Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between Beastyqt versus Virus Naama here on Shattered Temple. Naama spawning as the blue Terran player at the 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock position on the south side of the map. Meanwhile, this will be a cross spawn here. On the north side of the map, Beastyqt spawning as the yellow Terran. So Terran versus Terran, a mirror match. I know a lot of people don't like mirror matches, but then again, 1/3 of the game statistically should be mirror matches. Especially if you're at MLG Anaheim, a lot of the games towards the final brackets, if not all of the games, were mirror matches, Terran versus Terran. And Terran versus Terran, one of those matchups that has changed up a lot recently, especially with the change in the metagame. Now, a question was often posted where how come it doesn't, or how come it feels like a lot of professional players don't scout, and that it's almost like silver level play when they don't scout. Talking about silver level play, having an SCV get blocked from being able to return any of their own minerals and delaying that. So Naama a little bit unfortunate there. We should be getting up a barracks in just a moment. There it is. But yeah, a lot of people were wondering how come some professional players don't scout. A lot of professional players are simply so good at this game that they don't need to scout in certain matchups. Now, one of the reasons why in a Terran versus Terran matchup where they don't often scout, as we now see Naama scouting, is he knows what his opponent may pretty much already be trying to do. Now, in a map like this of this size, it is very important to scout out your opponent, at least to develop where his spawning location is and figure out if you have to deal with any early aggression. Naama should be upgrading to an orbital command in just a moment. You can see that Naama is slightly behind Beastyqt in this matchup. As an SCV, both players now scouting, not scouting for an ally position, but now scouting to see if it is going to be cross positions first. A Marine will be popping out in just a moment. This SCV will be forced to pull back. This SCV taking a little bit of damage, or will take a little bit of damage. There you go. SCV taking a little bit of damage. Will the SCV actually make its way inside? No, it does not really see anything at all, and that is a problem. All it sees is one barracks, and that is it. Doesn't even spot if a gas is down. We are, however, going to have double Marines now being trained on the front door. The Marines in a position so that that one SCV will not be able to get up that ramp. And now let's see, the Marines going to get some shots onto that SCV. The SCV trying to pull away. It doesn't look like it will be successful either. And both sides taking a lot of damage. Beastyqt going for an early Ghost Academy. Alright, this is a strategy that you rarely ever see. An early Ghost Academy by Beastyqt, and does that mean he's going to be going for mass snipe? Snipe is one of those abilities that is very powerful in the early game, as it does deal 45 damage, but as weapon upgrades do continue, that 45 damage doesn't matter nearly as much. Nearly as much. One of the things that I actually wished about snipe was that it scaled with weapons damage, as it would make it a little bit more sense, as you know, Ghost already deal like 26 damage per natural attack against a Mutalisk. Like, why would you actually want to micro and deal 45? Anyways, you can see that the Ghost is going to be coming down over here, and you can see a lot of Marines being spread out by Naama. Naama doing a good job. He's keeping track of every possibility that Beastyqt could try to run Hellions around. We can see one Hellion now making its way up that ramp. That Hellion looking to perhaps do a little bit of scouting, and there is also a Ghost over here. So the Ghost is purposely hiding itself and trying not to be spotted. So that Hellion already taking a lot of damage and hasn't really done anything at all. That Hellion down to 18 hit points. Gonna take a look around the map. Is he gonna spot the Ghost Academy? He does spot it. So that Ghost Academy is over there, and he spots that there, and he's wondering what cute play is Beastyqt trying to go for. A Hellion down to 6 hit points. And there it goes. Now that the Ghost Academy has been spotted, the Marines are already on the move. You can see one Ghost, two Ghosts already making their way out. The Marines trying to do a little bit of a flank. As you can see now, the Ghost coming across the center portion of the map. The Ghost, however, move rather slowly, and now sniping down a Marine. So one Marine already down, and now in comes a medevac, but the medevac perhaps going to do a drop up onto the high ground. and that is going to be an issue. Is he going to be able to get back into his base in time? Naama will be able to unload without any serious problems whatsoever. There is a Marine, or sorry, there is one Ghost. That Ghost sniping down two Marines already getting up to 2 kills. And now continuing to push that pressure and get even more damage. There is one medevac in the air. And that medevac up on that high ground, able to run away already. Taking a look at the losses, 350 losses versus 100 losses. So Naama has taken a little bit of a beating so far this matchup, but it looks as though the medevac going to be dropping in once more, going to be shutting down this one SCV, as the Marines are now trying to push their way back over once more, and the Marines do get shooed away. Engineering bay about to be completed, as now a Viking joining the flight, and this medevac's days are pretty much numbered. You can see that the Viking is going to be able to shut down that medevac in just a moment. One more attack and it will get destroyed. The Marines and the Hellions now on their own without any proper air support. You can see that a bit of a drop did come in from over here. What did I miss? So yeah, it was a drop coming in. It looked like it was going to be a triple ghost drop and then just massive snipe onto the Marines. But there was a siege tank and even an auto turret. So the auto turret did a lot of damage as well. So both sides exchanging blows. Ghosts are very, very expensive units. I believe 300 total resources. So not a very, very good exchange for those ghosts. But the ghosts do deal 20 damage per attack to a Hellion. So that Hellion, if it's not careful, it may get shot down. Yep, there it goes. Simply trying to run away. Meanwhile, back over here, I'm not quite sure what Naama is doing with those siege tanks and that one particular Raven, but there is now a Banshee joining in on the fight. Banshee is also another unit that is light and takes additional damage from Ghosts, so that is going to be very, very important as well, as the Ghosts have so far been pretty effective in using their snipe. So a snipe opening coming in from Beastyqt, and it looks to just try to deal more and more damage. We have 4 Ghosts here, and 4 Ghosts dealing a lot of damage to these units. A Hellion quickly making sure that there is not an expansion here, and it may be another drop up onto this location here. It looks like the siege tanks, Ravens, Banshees are down in this position. The Ghost, the medevac could just drop into position. It does seem to be a Viking, and if the Ghosts drop, it is going to be a massive amount of snipe. 1 snipe, 2 snipe, a lot of workers getting destroyed there. And now are they going to go back in? There are double Vikings. This does not look good. The medevac trying to escape, but the medevac going to be shot down by double Vikings. And now a Ghost trying to come in, joining, a Ghost trying to get dropped down, but it does get destroyed at all, as well as now all of that cute play from Beastyqt has resulted in pretty much no true advantage. Vikings and Banshees are now once again moving out through the field. The Viking and the Banshee definitely leading the way here. A Marine gonna get destroyed. Down it goes, as we now see a lot of SCVs. Where are these SCVs going? I am not quite sure. So a lot of SCVs being pulled back, and I'm not quite sure why. So SCVs are going to perhaps try to engage in this upcoming battle, as there are SCVs also here as well. So SCVs, Marauders, and 1 Marine quickly gets destroyed. These SCVs, these units are going to... Now Vikings going into ground mode. So... who will be able to come out on top? A very, very small army. Beastyqt knows that he has a very, very small army. He needs to bring over units in order to engage. Siege tanks are now in position, getting off a quick hit off of all of those units. Vikings in the air, perhaps going to be able to shut down this Banshee. The Banshee is now dangerously low on hit points, and it looks like, yeah, the Banshee will get destroyed. Both sides can continue to engage. A Viking pulling back at just the last minute there, but both Vikings were destroyed in that engagement as the Marines coming up from the low ground. Things are not looking good for Beastyqt. Siege tanks are in position. There is a Vikings in the air offering ground support. Siege tanks in the back. Range of 13, absolutely destroying. And I believe that is going to be GG. A valiant effort by Beastyqt to try to win with Ghost, but it simply wasn't enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.